What's up, team? John here once again, and welcome to episode 4 of the Inspiration Club. Before we start, I want to show you all something. So I went to Target today. I live sort of across a bridge from the Bronx, and there's this big shopping center across the bridge, and there's a Target there. And I went there today to buy a few things, and I made a spontaneous purchase. Count Chocula in, I would have to say, a pretty vintage box, if you can see it. I don't know, I saw it and I thought Halloween is coming up and I have to eat some Count Chocula cereal. This is not the subject of the Inspiration Club today, but I don't know, I find food inspiring from time to time, so maybe I will inspire you to go out and get your own box of Count Chocula. I'm probably going to demolish this once I finish filming. But today, I want to talk about a man who I think it's safe to say has drastically altered the course of my life. When I was 17, some of you know, I was at a leadership conference at Willow Creek Church in South Barrington, Illinois, and I heard a man named Erwin McManus speak. And he said 2 quotes that absolutely changed my life. The first quote he said was, "Whoever tells the best story shapes the culture." And what that meant to me was that in media or in entertainment, whoever's telling the best narrative, whoever is sort of telling the best story is going to influence or impact the culture the most. So the idea that the best advertisements or the best books or the best movies are what influence the culture, and then the culture therefore influences the kind of things that we create. And then the second thing, sort of the second part, was he said the church needs to reclaim its identity as the epicenter of human creativity. And I know that's a lot of like big, crazy words, but basically what he was saying, I think, was that if whoever tells the best story shapes the culture, and we as the church, and we as Christ followers want to shape the culture and change the world we live in and be a light in this world, then we need to start telling the best stories. And so today, the subject for the Inspiration Club is one man, Erwin McManus. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of him or anything like that. Hopefully those 2 quotes I just said piqued your interest. And I have a couple things here from him that you might want to check out. Erwin is, first of all, he's a pastor of Mosaic Church in Los Angeles. And Mosaic is a beautiful, creative community. And they have a podcast. If you just search Mosaic Audio Podcast, you should be able to download it, and they have their sermons every single week. They upload them, and it's some of the best, most inspiring, insightful, thought-provoking teaching I ever have heard. And then the second thing, Erwin's also an author. He's written many books. I think I've read every single one of them, but his recent book is called The Artisans Soul. And it's a book, it says crafting your life into a work of art is sort of its byline here. And this book it's all about what it means to be an artist, but not just an artist, what it means to be human and what it means to be a child of God, what it means to be a Christian, and how we can take sort of all 3 of those identities, where sometimes we look at ourselves as I'm an artist, or we look at ourselves as I'm a human being, and we look at ourselves as I'm a Christian. And what Erwin sort of does in this book is he takes all 3 of those identities that we usually view as separate, and he merges them into one thing. And so I hope you'll pick up the book. I hope you'll download the podcast. Links to both of them are in the description below. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Inspiration Club. And today I want to ask you all a question. Who was the person, or if you have one, who was the person, or what was the quote, or what is the moment that sort of changed your life, that sort of inspired you, that sort of gave you your calling? And even if it's a story, comment below, answer that question. What was the moment that changed your life? When was the moment you found your calling? Thanks so much. I'll talk to you all next time. Keep being awesome.